Hey, what's up, everybody? I thought I'd make a new Patreon video, one that would actually help you guys a little bit better. First of all, I want to get the thank you out of the way and just say thank you so much for supporting the show. I wouldn't be here doing this if you guys weren't supporting like you are. You guys obviously fund the equipment, you fund the stuff I do, you fund my life, you fund the ability for me to do this, rather than have to do a couple other jobs at the same time and do way less content. So we're able to provide so much content because of you guys here on Patreon. Anyway, now that's out of the way, I know everybody's sick of thank yous at this point, but I do really, really, really appreciate it. Please hit me up if you have any problems on here whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have trouble with something isn't what you expected, you're upset, you're happy, whatever it is, DM me here on Patreon. Worst case scenario, email me, joecroningshow@yahoo.com, but I always usually respond here on Patreon, so if I'm not responding to you, I must not be getting the messages for some reason because I don't get enough traffic on here usually to miss emails, but we have discovered there's been issues in the past. That being said, let me get to Patreon and what it is and how this can help you, because a lot of you guys know that Patreon is great, but there are some things here on Patreon that stink. For instance, if you were on the desktop version, at least at this current date, things may change after this video and I'll have to remake this video. But at this moment, the only way you guys can search posts is if you're on the desktop version, whether that's on your mobile device and you click on desktop only, or if you're on a computer. The only way to get that is to basically go over here to this feature, which is featured tags, and click on Morning Madness, Corrupted, Wrestling, or Music, which easily takes you to those categories. Otherwise, you have to go down here to these tags. But again, most of us are on our mobile devices when using Patreon, and therefore these aren't even here on your mobile device unless you select a browser style on your phone, which is a pain in the ass, and nobody wants to do that. So overview is obviously default. You won't see any of this stuff. You have to come to posts. And I just wanted to make things a lot easier for you guys. Because even if you click on, let's say, Corrupted Podcast, well, when you click on Corrupted Podcast, the problem with this is you still have to scroll and scroll and scroll. Let's say you're on episode 198 of, or rather 98 of Corrupted like we are. Well, if you want to hear episodes 5, you would have to scroll all the way down, 95, 94, 93. Oh my God, and it becomes such a pain in the ass. And then you got to go to page 2, load more, and that's a pain in the ass. Just a horrible system. There should be an easier archived way of doing things, but unfortunately right now there isn't. So what have I done to alleviate this? Something very simple. On my website, joecroningshow.net, I have basically, and this is on mobile or your desktop. Doesn't matter if you go to my website on your mobile device or your desktop device, whatever it is. I have made my website a basic link for this. So if you want to hear episodes 1 to 100 of Morning Madness, here they are. If you want to hear episodes 101 and beyond, here they are. Bailey and Cronin, there it is. Leah and me's podcast, Till Death Do Us podcast, all my songs, and the Corrupted podcast. So let's say you click on the Corrupted podcast. Now that takes you, as long as you're a patron, that will take you right here to the link in the Dropbox for all the episodes. So you click on the Dropbox, and then that takes you to the songs. And of course, through this, you can do Control F to find the episode, or most of them are in numerical order over here on the left. Now you have the option of downloading all of these, downloading one of these, or simply listening to one of them on the Dropbox app. This does not cost you any extra money. It's just my Dropbox link to all the episodes. So even if you're a patron for only 2 months, you could download effectively everything. And if you couldn't be a patron for another couple months, you could come back later and get the episodes you missed. This makes everything way easier to use. So I recommend, if you're a patron, you almost treat joecroningshow.net like your easy link. Like, oh man, I'm on Patreon and I just heard the new episode of Morning Madness. But you know what I want to do? I want to go back and listen to all the other episodes from the beginning. Then you want to go to joecroningshow.net. That way you can download everything and sort it on your own computer, sort it on your own phone, or just download individual episodes, or just listen to individual episodes via Dropbox. So let's say you click on one of these. You're like, oh, I really wanted to hear Corrupted episode 29. That was a crazy episode. Well, you click on it, and then it takes you to the Dropbox player. So you could right-click and download it, of course, But right now you don't want to do that, so you just come to the Dropbox player, you click play. Welcome to Corrupted, episode number 29. My name is Joe Cronin. I'm here with Justin Bailey of the JB Show and Ken from the Farm. So if you also do this, look, if you come up here, there's a download button right here on the top right where it says share. You guys can't see it, but on the top right there's a download button. It's pretty much the same way on mobile as well, so you guys have that option easily to download, right-click, save, whatever you want to do. It's all there for you, and this is so much easier than anything else. Also, a lot of you guys have asked me about my Amazon link. That's always at the top as well. You'll see this on your mobile device or on desktop, an Amazon link that is provided. And if you use my code, you guys save me money, and you might save money as well on specific items. But some items you might not save anything, but you do actually support me. So you click on Amazon, and boom, it's going to take you right to the Amazon website. And everything you buy going forward now on Amazon, you can do this on your mobile device too, will be credited to me. You will give me basically, like, you know, I don't know, it's like 5 cents for every dollar or something like that. But it adds up. You know what I mean? And it's more for certain things. So if you spend $50 on something, you know, they'll give me like $3, something like that, which is really cool. So absolutely recommend doing that if you want to support the show as well. These are all ways that you can help the show and help me stay funded, because we don't really have any sponsorships other than you guys that have maybe podcasts of your own or music of your own or whatever that you want out there that you promote through the show. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. This is Patreon. Thank you guys. And every first of the month you get charged. So just remember that. If you wanted to re-up and you hadn't been a patron and it's the 29th, you know, you might want to wait until the 1st to become a patron. That way you don't get charged on the 29th and then charged again on the 1st. I believe that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong. And maybe some of you guys have been here a while can tell me if that's true or not. But I believe that's how it works. So I just don't want anybody to get double charged. Remember, every month, most of the time, your subscription renews automatically. But some people who use loaded cards, or, you know, store-loaded credit cards, and some people who just have credit card issues sometimes, it automatically cancels. So just always pay attention. I've had people email me a lot and say, where's the new episodes? Well, I don't see any new episodes. What's going on? And most of the time, they didn't realize their card was actually declined for some reason. You know, people have had to create new accounts and stuff like that. But other than that, you know, Patreon has been really awesome. Obviously, it's saved the show. So you guys, you know, I hope you enjoy all the content. We have a bunch of different shows. Shows will change, I'm sure, but right now we have a good lineup, and hopefully the lineup stays about the same, and we add a few more since this video that I'm making, and maybe a little more consistency. I'd like to keep consistent, but the tier over here is obviously a $2 supporter. It's easier for you if you select a tier. Here's the other thing. This is very important. This is confusing a bit. If you become a $30 patron, there is no $30 tier, right? So there's $2 JCS supporter, $5 Cronin Club, $10 VIP. But let's say you become a $30 patron. If you become a $30 patron, you will actually miss out on some of the episodes and things that I put out there unless you select a tier. So, and that doesn't mean you can't be a $30 patron. You can be. But there's an option in your Patreon system somewhere to select a tier reward system. So even if you're a $30 patron, you can pay me $30. That's awesome. But it will ask you still to select a tier category. So if you forget to do that, you'll actually miss some posts. So if you're like, well, that's too much to think about, so I'll just be a $25 patron. Well, that's fine. That's understandable. So here it is, $25, $50 a month Patreon. There's that available for you. You know, $100, you're a beast. You know, there's like $300 patrons. $150 is the highest Patreon you can go up to. Tier system. There's a bunch of crazy stuff on there. If you don't get rewards, if you don't see rewards or something that you thought you were going to get, please harass me. And I'm not talking about, like, you know, don't write me like 7 things in an hour, right? But write me something saying what you were looking for. Hopefully I give you a response within 24 hours. And if that doesn't happen, write me again. And email me even, whatever it is. I will not be angry at you. If it's unreasonable and insane, you know, I'm just going to tell you, like, we can't do that. You know, but if it's something you are deserved, please message me. Give me the chance to get it to you the way it's supposed to be, because I want it to get to you. So I want you to harass me about it. I do not want you to say later on, like, oh, you know, it was awful. He never, ever gave me my reward. And then I'm like, I didn't even know you didn't get it. I didn't realize you didn't get it. You guys be proactive. It is up to me to deliver on most rewards, but there are some rewards that require you guys to reach out to me or to kind of set it up. You know what I mean? I would love, sometimes I do reach out to you guys and I go, hey, what's up? Do you want this reward or not? Do you want me to do this? Most of you say, nah, man, I just wanted to support and I wanted to be in this category. I wanted to be in the producer category. A lot of people in the $25 or above, people who are $100 patrons and stuff like that, they just want the producer credit in the description and to get the recognition that they're really helping. And that's awesome. I like that too when I help people out as well. So that's a big one that we definitely always get you. But then there's other stuff like Skyping one-on-one with me, a question a week, a topic a week, whatever else. I think, like, you know, there's been a lot of people that have taken good advantage of that. Anyway, this video has been way longer than I expected it to be. That being said, without you guys, I'd be in a gutter somewhere. So thank you very much for what you guys have done. Any further questions, please let me know. And remember, JoeCroninShow.net. JoeCroninShow.net is where you want to go if you want to get instantly able to search all the previous maybe hundreds of Patreon episodes and hundreds of content. It's much easier because I'm going to archive it even better going forward. So there's going to be an even better archive going forward. I'm working on that. I'm working on a system where it's archive search. So you guys can actually go to my website and just search like Corrupted 94, Corrupted 33, and it will take you right to it. And as long as you're a patron, it's unlocked. If you're not a patron, it's going to say you must become a patron to access this. So that is going to come as well. It's going to take a lot of hours to edit all that stuff. It won't take a lot of hours to update every week, really. That'll only take me an hour and a half, probably every week to update the whole thing. But it will take me a while to backlog everything, right? To like upload everything individual. You're talking about 500 items probably individually categorized in an archive on the website. Going to be a lot of work. But I think I can do it. And hopefully it will be up soon. Thanks for listening again, guys. And guys and girls, and that's all I got. Thank you for becoming a patron. I hope you up your Patreon soon. I hope you guys go way up to the producer level or way up to the $150 level because you hit a scratch tick and you became a millionaire, and now you're supporting the show. But you know what? Even $1 a month, man, absolutely appreciated because anything to keep the channel going, anything to keep the shows going. And, of course, there's things here on Patreon that I can do that I can't do on YouTube. And it seems like with the YouTube rules and stuff like that, it's getting worse every day. And that being said, I'm done. I'm really done. That is finally it. I'm really going to go this time. You hear that? I can hear my neighbor. Like, I think he's banging his wife. Wait. That's my wife.